Okay.
Funny enough, at one point, a standalone company had actually made a multiplayer game of Fear.
Bro, now the people you play as in Fear get messed up, dude. Like they
Yes, they
die so
do.
often that
Yes,
you don't even care about who you're playing as. Like,
I do. I care about playing as point, or not point man, Fattel when playing co-op. Because Fattel gets to possess people and run around in their bodies. And then when the body dies, he just turns back into normal him, and then he can go possess another one, and then they run around in them until they die. Fattel's so fun. Anywho, broadcast is up. Come check it out.
man,
Come look at my
seems
glorious blood shadow.
That's what the game was. It was called Fear.
looks pretty cool. How long did it take to build?
No idea.
Combination
I
of
remember-
like 3 days. Oh, you're talking about
How long did it take to build?
He's talking about.
and then we go inside.
And then and fly away right now.
Yeah, I could fly in this thing right now if I wanted. Its batteries are actually just finished charging.
Dude, how much money does this game cost?
It's like $19.
Oh, bro, looks so cool.
And
So you're telling me that you harvest all the parts for this shit and you
here,
built it yourself?
I'll go show you one of the mineral spots I've got right now.
Dude. It looks like Minecraft, but for like not blocky and stupid.
Yeah, no kidding. It's actually a fun game.
Yeah, exactly. Did you dig that hole?
Yes, I did.
Sick. So you fly from planet to planet harvesting resources and battling other ships and stuff?
Yes, there are actually space pirates. I have yet to go to space, though. I'm working on building up to ion thrusters right now, but I need to get platinum so I can actually build the thruster components. Because you need ion thrusters to get out of the atmosphere.
Makes sense. So can two people work on the same ship?
Yeah.
Dude.
I can control how many people can come into the server.
Oh, cool.
If I want to, I could set it so 100 people could be playing. But this is my production center in here. Got a bunch of storage containers, oxygen, hydrogen farms, an assembler, refinery, survival kit. This is where all the magic happens. And then we're gonna go up to the bridge. You still watching, Pat?
Yep, of course.
Here's the bridge. At least right now, this is the bridge. This is going to be one of my small frigate ships. I plan on building much bigger ships once I get to space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and shut all the doors because I'm going to go ahead and take off to show you how it flies. Go to a different location because since its batteries are fully charged, I can actually go really fucking far now. I'm going to go ahead and close the hangar.
So you built the rovers too?
Yep.
Oh man, this is sick.
I built everything that you see. Everything.
I may have to get us some copies, and we need to go deeper as well.
Oh yeah, seriously
My rover,
though.
by the way.
Bro, you should. Dude, I would play this with you guys. Are you kidding me? This is amazing.
Well, this is Space Engineers. He was talking about a different game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 2D roguelike game where you work with a crew of people for a submarine going deep down into the water, and each person takes over a different part of the submarine. One pilots the ship, one takes over the guns, and one handles like allotting what power goes where.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn the thrusters on. Make sure hangar bay's closed, gyros on, doors closed.
Okay, there we go. Welcome back.
Gear
Hello,
on,
David.
lighting,
Oh.
reactor, Atmo thrusters on. Atmo thrusters on.
Oh, what?
Atmo thrusters on.
What the hell was this kid?
And now we will turn the batteries on. Lift off. You watching, Pat?
Yeah, of course I am.
What do you think?
Looks pretty good. The frame rates are nice.
This one. Probably.
So you're telling me you can't leave the atmosphere right now? How
Not
high
right
up can
now.
you go?
I don't know. Haven't tried.
I don't want you to damage your ship, but
Yeah, no. This ship I am very careful with. I'm gonna take it for.
how can,
Hmm.
do you have like a gun or a weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I don't have any on the for the ship, but I have a personal
Yeah,
gun
that's-
right now.
yeah, of course. That's what I was talking about. But could you build cannons and
Yes.
like mag weapons?
Yes.
Dude, I want to see how high you can go up in this thing, man.
I'm doing it in this ship. I'll tell you that much. I'll build a little fighter jet to do it at some point. At another
Okay.
day.
This is like a frigate, dude.
I actually have a main base on this planet that I set up in the side of a mountain. This is my mobile base.
Login ship.
Yeah, this is basically my mobile headquarters. I like how this area looks. This looks like it could be very promising. Might just go touch down on that plateau dead ahead.
I know I'm gonna have to take at least one day in this week to work on getting my fucking weekly shit for Warframe done.
Hey, did you guys hear about what happened with Anthem?
Did it fall through?
Yeah, it flopped hard, dude. It's practically a Warframe clone, and it flopped.
No!
What happened? Oh crap!
Oh, thank God. Thank God. The save is before I took off.
Oh, okay.
I
so we didn't
forgot
have a
to-
Strider mode?
I forgot to... Yeah, no, we didn't have a Strider moment like fucking last night. Oh my God, dude. I was flying what originally was my fighter jet, and I still need to go over and repair and fix back up. But I was flying it, and I wasn't paying attention for like 2 seconds, and I ended up nosediving the ground and took out like a good portion of the stuff that was on the nose of it. And I went to leave the game. I hadn't seen a save pop up on the screen or anything. I went to leave the game. And I tell you, man, I was pissed when I came back in because apparently the autosave was like 2 seconds after the crash.
Dang. So, what are you gonna do with that rover?
I'm gonna drive it off the ship and park it.
So you can't fly with it around in your bay?
Apparently not, but there is a way to do it. I just need to figure out how.
No fuel.
Dude.
Probably they need some kind of graph lock or something.
fuel.
Here we go. There we go.
Well, I do have to say I actually am genuinely in love with this last update they did for Warframe, though.
I foresee a problem here.
What? That you won't be able to get it out?
It's so long, it's gonna drag against the bot. There goes the turret again. Maybe not.
Dude, how'd you even get it in there? You built it in there.
I built it inside.
You derped so hard with
No,
that one.
it's okay. It's okay. I can rectify this situation easily. Easy.
By cutting a hole in the ship.
No big deal, right?
No, not at all. Easily fixable.
You know what this makes me think I'm staring? It's like, your ship's not going to come out. And it's like all of a sudden a Klingon just takes a phase disruptor and just blows a hole in the side of the ship. It's like, now it will.
Yeah. That solves that problem.
Or in terrestrial.
That is literally my method for solving problems sometimes. Just, it's not
Or in the
gonna fit.
terrestrial.
Break a hole. Now it will.
Or in terrestrial sense of it, talking to Angron, dude, your walker is not going to fit in. The bay door is too small. And then he literally just takes the main gun of the fucking mech and blows a hole open bigger, and he's like, now it'll fit.
No, he activates the Alpha Strike power and fires all guns on the mech at the door. Door is disintegrated as well as everything within a 20-foot radius behind it. Now it'll fit.
Like when he aimed, he made sure to go for a spot that would make it to clear out an entire area to where the mech could also sit appropriately. So he blows through about 6 extra walls, and he blows through about 6 extra walls, kills about 20 fucking engineers, and breaks about 7 mechs.
I love how out of all of that, the one thing that didn't get damaged was the Gatling turret. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Oh, god damn it.
Went backwards.
No, I went backwards so I could get an angle, but then when I went forward, yeah. You had to see the, oh god damn it.
You stridered yourself, Frost.
You shut your dick ass up.
This is hilarious, man. This game is so good.
You should see the crater from where I nosedived with the Blood Falcon.
Well, at least you were gonna learn from your mistake.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
They did that. I didn't notice that. Thank fucking
Metal
God.
grid motor computer construction.
Guild 1 modular item. I've already guilded something. It would involve me having to make something new for something. Fuck you, Nightwave. Wait, did the Nightwaves all change in me? Oh, they did. 150 enemies with viral. Can't switch where they're going. 73. Rescue mission. Kill the profit taker while landing.
I'm gonna go ahead and store this stuff on.
So you're just gonna leave this vehicle behind that with the stuff that you're storing on it?
Well, I mean, there's nothing to take it from.
Yeah, true. So the game would just remember where you left it,
I have a
no
beacon
matter
on it.
what?
I have a
Okay.
beacon on it. So that way I can remember where it is. See all those little blue waypoints? Those are all beacons I've set.
Okay.
Now that it is safely off the ship, I can do what I was intending to do earlier.
Could you build a Lambo in this game?
A land boat.
No, a Lambo. Like a
Oh, yeah.
car.
I'll build one on broadcast or sometime with you.
Like have like a bunch of like tiny little cars inside your bay.
I'll have to figure out how I can get it so they don't go flying everywhere and die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now for the... Just gonna do it like this. Guess we're not doing it like that. By the way, I also set up this entire control panel you're seeing me go through.
Yeah, no doubt. You had to.
Yep.
This ship would...
That's what makes this bad boy tick. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go see how high I can get right now. But no, it's been too high.
Nah, dude, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna get it right here.
Dude, seriously, go as high as you can, dude. Don't doubt yourself. I have faith in this ship, dude. This thing is a beast. Like, what if you could actually leave?
I can't with atmospheric thrusters because they require air currents and whatnot.
So you're gonna need, like, thrusters that are like...
I have ion thrusters that are under construction on it. I just need to get platinum to finish them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you said that already.
I love how the curvature of this world is just so apparent.
Use to craft weapon parts. Each build you'll...
At least it's not flat like Earth. LMFAO.
And some bots and gems towards Cetus. Seno helmet. Ajay 2. Splat. Let's see. Roxy, I'm always a refined version of Boron. Get Auron. Mining red mineral veins and plains of Eidolon. Its main use in crafting Araxian alloy.
So, is there any way you could scan the vicinity for precious metals and resources?
I actually have 2 ore detectors on my ship specifically for that reason. I have one in the center and one at the front. We're gonna start descending and land on this plateau here. Take a nice gradual descent. We don't want to come in too hot and break the landing struts.
Resources to crafted K-drive and Baroque parts. Okay, so I get the spasm alloy from Smokefinger or Tuna.
Gonna let it slow itself down.
So, once you get these ion thrusters. What's your next plan of action?
I'll show you once I get on the ground, because I have a goal, a very definitive goal in mind.
Okay. Do you plan on like building like a city eventually? Can you build cities?
Yes. You can build
Oh,
whatever the
dude.
hell you want in this game.
That's what's up. Yeah, I figured it
Stop
would be just like Minecraft.
moving!
Do that.
I need more reverse thrusters.
Newton's law.
Okay, so I can just probably get Oh, it's an exterminate, which means I can breeze right. Oh my god, that just hurt my soul.
Hmm.
I just got to see how far some people can be stupidity wise, because I just read something in the community chat on Warframe. It says elves were in Skyrim first, like is in a question. I'm like, no, God, no.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
Skyrim is not for the nerds. I mean, Nords. See what I
Oh
did
wait,
there?
that starts making me rethink the question now. That's making me, because I understood that question differently.
Skyrim was for the Nord.
Oh, Nords can suck a dick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Didn't like the Aldemiri actually have Skyrim at first? And then they had like this epic civil war over it.
No, I forgot what the fucking lore is behind what was written, because in all truth, I think the Nords might have been first, but I think it was actually the Dwemer. I almost wanted to say Dwali.
It's definitely the Dwemer, dude. The Dwemer were first.
Which
And they were Aldemiri.
Which, ironically enough, means that the elves were first because of the fact that the Dwemer are the progenitor of all the elven races, of all the Mer races.
Yep, the Aldemiri, you are essentially their offspring. So, yeah.
Alright, here we go. We're touching down.
Dude, this is awesome.
And we have landing.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and shut thrusters off.
Bro, this game is sick.
Thrusters off, gyros off, batteries, recharge. I'm gonna go build some more gyros real quick. 7. Steel plate. Steel plate, computer, motor, metal grid, construction computer.
Yep, so the Forsworn are actually corrupted elves. And they have kingdoms before the Nords. I mean, that's what the whole lore was about.
The Forsworn were an entire race of individuals before that they aren't elven in origination. They're basically, like, in a sense, You know what? It's better for me to take and start looking it up a little bit more before I start talking out of my ass.
But they have elf ears, man.
You should look up. There's far more than just some of the elves that's in the Forsworn.
Yeah, totally. I get what you mean. Oh, not the Forsworn. That's not what I was thinking.
You didn't think of
Yeah.
the Falmer?
Yeah, the Falmer. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh, the
Forsworn.
solo.
Yeah, the Falmer. Not dude. The Forsworn are the people that. Yeah, I know, but the Forsworn are the people that are tribal. That.
Yeah.
They're the ones that run
granted,
around like a bunch of shamans trying to beat people's brains out and eat them.
Now, granted,
Yeah.
the funny part about that is when you go through a lot of the Markarth stuff, you learn that the Forsworn were there before the Nords.
Yep, they were kicked out. Effectively.
So, the Forsworn were there before the Nords came in and took over everything. And then the Falmor took over shit after the stuff dealing with the White Gold Concordat.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're just like, oh yeah, no, Talos is not a god because he's a man. He was a man, thus he can't be a god. It's like, I'm sorry, he was a man that fucking worked his way and became a god.
Yep, like Jesus Christ.
Well, actually, by Christian lore, Jesus was supposed to be an incarnation of God himself.
Actually, if we look deeper into the Bible, it states that they were actually one and they were all different people while all being the same person at the same time. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost are all three separate entities that all share the same soul.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly. So
Which
an
means-
incarnate of God, practically.
Which means that much in the same equivalency to Vishnu, they're all different. They're still very much different incarnations of him.
But still, he went through a physical journey as a man to become perfect.
Oh yeah, no, he did. He did. He was tempted to sin. There was a point where he actually
The one time that the devil took him to the top of a mountain and offered him all these temptations.
Yep, Sinai.
He refused everything. And he decided that he would instead starve himself for 7 days rather than take any of the devil's temptations.
Very true.
Because
He was
on
like,
a religious pilgrimage to get closer to his father.
exactly. He was like, if you're the son of God, why don't you take that stone and turn it to bread? And he was like, for it is written.
not live on bread alone. All that.
Yep, exactly.
I remember all this. Especially there was a part where it's like, there's a part where Satan speaks to him. Is like, pretty much lets him see a vision of the kind of thing that he could have had with who he is. It's like, you could have all this. Just have your God, your Father, give it to you. And it's like, I should not have to prove my own Father's abilities and all this stuff. He was like, that man showed how adamant he was. He showed his faith.
Well, I mean, if you know how the story ends, then there's no reason for you to do things to prove your point other than do what you've come to fulfill. And he did exactly what he came to fulfill.
In addition, you don't need to know how the story ends. You just need to do what you need to do and get through life doing it.
Very true.
He was well aware of what his purpose on Earth was for.
Yep,
Mhm.
He was here so that way God could have a actual conduit so he could feel everything that mankind felt, but on a more personal level rather than just sitting back and watching.
Yeah.
He wanted a way that he could actually sympathize with them instead of just constantly punishing them because they were going against what he said, because eventually he just got to the point where he was like, okay, they keep breaking away. I need to go find out what's causing all this. And so Jesus came down so that way he could actually find out the temptations of man.
The one that I actually find funny is, when you get the one where people pretty much say it's, God can't make a mistake. And yet even
God didn't make a mistake, us.
The one in particular I was actually about to bring up was dealing with, it dealt with Noah. He admitted his own regrets to drowning the world and said he would never do so again.
Yeah.
And when he created the rainbow that streaks in the sky after a rain, that is his physical promise that he would never drown the world again. How did we get into religious talk?
Oh, well, I brought it up from...
Because we were talking about, what's his name, becoming a god in...
Yeah,
Uriel Septum. There we go.
Uriel Septum. Oh, yeah, in Talos. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sitting here like we're having this discussion, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I feel like a preacher.
Yeah, no, that's because Talos, dude, because Talos practically did the same thing in Skyrim, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
He became immortalized and worshipped as a deity from the 9 divines. Wait, does that make him the 10th?
No, he's the 9th. Because the white gold concordat bars him, making it so there's only 8 gods.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you notice, Talos worshippers in Skyrim will be like, by the 9, whereas everybody else will be like, by the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention in Oblivion, when you're doing stuff for when you're doing stuff in it's the opening level. One of them's like, by the 9 divines, you did it. And now it's
the blades.
It's like, but now it's like if you're riding your way into town, you'll hear the horse thieves like, by the 8, and starts like naming them all off and everything.
Say Akatosh. Oh, whatever. I forget. Akatosh is like the only one I remember. Like,
and then. And then
Mara.
Who was it? I can't.
Oh, that turns much easier now.
And then the one dude was like, telling it. It was like, calm yourself, kinsman, and face your death like a real Nord.
Mm-hmm. Dude. That, man, Oblivion was so good, dude. I wish they would bring back the arena.
Honestly, what I would love...
like, the latest one.
What I'd love to see is I'd love to see them actually do a full-blown reboot of Oblivion using, like, Skyrim's mechanics.
That'd be cool. Dude, honestly, I want to see, like, a full-scale, single-player Elder Scrolls world. Kind of like an Elder Scrolls Online, but like...
I mean, I've ran into some interesting fucking mods that people have done.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
where they're expanding the...
Like, if I remember correctly, there's one that somebody was doing. What they're doing is they're actually trying to do a full rescale of all of Morrowind for Skyrim.
Dude, that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, no, when I first saw that, I was excited on that thought because that's a fucking home of my kinsman. Although I know Frost is going to be eager for Elder Scrolls 6.
I'm looking forward to that too. You know, I heard that...
It's mostly because all the rumors point to it being Black Marsh.
Arcanians.
I thought it was going to be Hammerfell.
Hammerfell was
That was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Daggerfall. Because Daggerfall's part of Hammerfell.
So epic, dude. The crashes and everything. When you're in space. Dude, this game is freaking...
Oh, you're talking about Space Engineers?
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at all the trailers right now of collision with asteroids and how it could literally end your entire career. Dude,
Yeah.
and you can ram into other ships. Oh
Mhm.
man, that's so sick.
This game is very physics oriented.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.